Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this HP Pavilion laptop model 15-CS0053CL. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is remove the little rubber feet. If this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. So as you can see, I'm just using my fingernails to remove these. You can use plastic pry tools, or you can use whatever works for you. Even a small flathead screwdriver. It looks like there's no screws hidden under here, which I'm kind of surprised because they only have these tiny screws here. Let's double check on this side as well, because sometimes they like to just hide one. And no, okay, we're safe there. So we're going to be using a JIS 1 and a JIS 0. So we're starting with the JIS 1 screwdriver. We're going to remove the screws back here, holding where the hinges are. Oh, that screw was pretty loose. Actually, all of these are pretty loose. That's not really good. So I'm going to have to make sure to tighten those down really well. All right. We're going to switch over to JIS 0. And let's go ahead and remove the 3 screws on the front here. All right. Again, you want to keep all the screws in order. If I didn't already mention that, I usually mention in every video. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk. In the pattern, I remove them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got 3 at the bottom and the 2 black ones, or the 3 black ones up here for the hinges. Right? Again, you don't want to mix them up because they can cause damage by putting the wrong screws in the wrong spot. Okay. So there we go. We got all those screws out. We actually cloned the hard drive to an SSD, so we're going to be upgrading that because it's been running sluggish. Okay, once you remove all the screws, carefully open the screen. You want to be very careful with doing this. If you want to be extra safe, you can leave these screws in before you do this part for the hinges. But anyways, I get my fingernails in the gap here, and then I'll push with my thumb on the palm rest and push with my, and try and like pull it. Sometimes it's not this side that I gotta pop first, so I might have to go from the back first, because this side, yeah, it doesn't seem to want to pop out. So let's go ahead and try and pop out the back side first. So the back side here, you also have a gap here, so we're gonna try and pop it out there. Also, sometimes a suction cup might help with this, but we'll see. Let's try a suction cup real quick and try and pull there. You can see it's not coming out. Maybe it's kind of getting there, but not quite. If you're lucky, it might pop out, but it looks like we're not getting lucky there. So we might have to use some good pry tools for this, because this is going to be a pain. I'm going to get in this part here with my fingernails and pull it up. And then I'm going to go in the back here and see if I can try and pop that. And no, I'm not able to. So this one seems to be very difficult to pop apart. Let's try popping from this side. So instead of opening the cover, let's try fingernails in here. Okay. And then pushing on the back. But this looks like difficult. Wow, this one's really tough to get out. What is this? Okay, give me a second. I need to respond on my phone, but I need to also find a way to get this out. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Let's go ahead and continue this. I'm probably going to have to use my metal tool for this. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I would assume the front should be easier, but it's not. There's a kind of a gap here, but I think that's from the customer kind of like bending it. So I don't know if it would make sense to kind of pop it from there. None of it wants to pop up easily. Yeah, none of it wants to pop up easily. Man. Let's try the back here. Back. None of it wants to pop out. This is crazy. So just gonna try the suction cup and see if sometimes you can pull a certain spot that will undo some clips inside, but I'm not finding a spot on this one. So this one I might have to just forcefully pull it out. Also, sometimes if you pull the suction cup faster, it kind of pops some clips better. But here, I'm not finding a weak spot. That's pretty crazy. I don't even know what the screws are for. Nothing's holding up. Let's see. Let's try the metal tool again in the back here. Okay, maybe, no. Nothing wants to come out. This is crazy. Wow. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Can I even slide it? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna just pry from the front because it has the most screws. So even if some clips kind of break, which hopefully they don't, then the screws will hold it. Okay, I felt one clip undo. It's not. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it looks like getting in this edge here is gonna work. So you gotta kind of just wiggle this. Here we go. Come on. There we go. All right, let's see. Now I can pull up on here and push down here. Come on. There we go. Getting a little bit of poppage. Keep going. Wow, it's having some issues. Wow, this cover is so difficult to get off. What is going on here? Okay, let's try pulling this side. I'll run my finger along here, fingernail along there while I pull it. And that's kind of working. That's kind of working. There we go. Okay, now I got to get in the middle more, and then I can flex it down like this. And that hopefully should help. Come on, there we go. Wow, this cover is super tough. Come on. Okay, give me a second again, and I'll be back. I need to respond to more messages. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and continue trying to pop this out. I accidentally pushed stop instead of unpause, but let's go ahead and try and pull this the similar way, flexing it inwards. Wow, why is that one stuck so bad? Okay, we're gonna leave this side and let's see if we can work over this way. So now that we got this side and this out, we're gonna try and like wiggle it like this. And a lot of times that, yep, can get those clips undone. There you go. Come on. Wow, this thing is, why is it? Okay, I can see where the clips are. So they clip under this way. So if I can pull them over down this way, then it should unclip, but there's also a clip in the middle here somewhere. Doesn't want to pop out. Jeez. Kind of wiggle it some more, pull it more to the left, and pull it up. I can actually see where the clip is here because it goes indented trying to stop it from opening. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, let's try and pull this down some more. Jeez. So a suction cup here or towards the center would help pull that in. And there we go. So it basically pulled it like that to undo those clips there. There we go. That's working. This one I gotta do a bunch of tricks to get this cover off. Jeez. Okay, and there we go. We almost got all of it out. We're gonna go over here and continue popping. All right, give me a second again. All right, I'm back. Let's do this again. So flexing it now inwards this way. Let's see. Come on. Jeez, this cover. What is going on? Okay, it's working. I'm also pulling in with this finger, and there we go. All right. Here's the other clip that was in the center that was getting held in. Very strong clip. Crazy stuff. Okay. So, main reason we wanted to get here was to replace the hard drive with an SSD there. Let me get a screenshot or thumbnail here. So I'm gonna line this up centered-ish. Okay. And I'm gonna have to clean this dust out because the fan's a little dusty. So let me do that real quick and I'll be back. All right, see you guys in a bit. Oh, also, actually, let me take the battery out first because some people are always like complaining that I didn't take the battery out first on some repairs. So we'll take the battery out first, even though for hard drive repair, you don't need to do that, but let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so we got one screw there, one screw here. Okay, and then we got two screws here. And then I'll kind of go quickly over internal components. Excuse me. All right. Once you get those 4 screws out, battery's pretty simple to remove. Just get underneath here and pull up, just like that. Battery model number, HT03XL. Also, this one's kind of inflated a little bit, so it's kind of going bad. They might have to replace it sometime in the future, but for now, it's okay. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the hard drive, and I'll show the other components. All right, so let me clean the dust up real quick, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. Cleaned out the dust here. All right, cleaned out the fan. Set the cover aside. Let's go ahead and replace the hard drive or SSD. So pretty simple to remove the connector. Actually, let me zoom in. Kind of running out of desk space here to move this around, but I guess let's see here. We'll put it like this. Okay. All right, so flip this latch up here, just like that. Then this you gotta lift up slightly. When you pull it back, you can pull the little blue tab there. Okay, there's a couple of screws holding it in place, so let's go ahead and remove those. Got one here. And one here. Okay, now that we got those 2 screws out, we can lift this whole thing out. Usually I like to use the little metal brackets, so get underneath there and lift it up. And then we got that out. So the hard drive here, you want to be careful because this cable is a little fragile. I just get my thumbnail in the little gap. If you can't get it in, you can pull slightly back, and then there we go. And then I use that to kind of lever. I use my finger to pull and push with my thumb. Oops. Okay, let's do that again. There we go, just like that. Once you get a little gap, you can get over on this side and slide it over, and there we go. Okay. And then this piece, we're going to transfer this over. There's 2 screws holding this metal plate here, and this one is just held in with friction. There we go. And we're going to transfer this over to the SSD. So just get that, and we'll just pop that in. Okay, we'll get the 2 screws out of here now, and transfer this bracket over to the new SSD. All right, if you're wondering how to clone the hard drive to an SSD, just let me know. I have videos how to do that, and I can show you that. So we'll set the hard drive aside for now. Got this metal bracket. We'll put this on. Okay. I took off the rubber one for now because it's easier to hold this way. Okay. I might have to pause the video again in a few seconds, but let's go ahead and get this in, loosely fit it, and the last one. All right. All right, then tighten it up. And yeah, all right, I'll be back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. So let's go ahead and put this rubber thing back in here. If you notice, this rubber piece has these little feet here, and those kind of hook under here. So you have to make sure you put it the right way. You can't flip it upside down, okay? So get that in. I'm gonna put this connector on as well. Line it up and just push it down. All right, we're gonna go in at an angle like this. Oops, sorry, I know you can't really see. Let me, okay. So at an angle like that, and then you just drop this in place, make sure it lines up, and then we'll put the 2 screws back in. All right, and then I'll go over kind of more of the connectors in here. But for now, this is all that we needed to do after cloning over the drive. Okay, and then we'll get this connector back in. Let me zoom in more for you guys. Make sure the latch is up, get this lined up. It does need to go slightly at an angle like this because of the raised bumps. And then, once it's in, slide your finger over to latch it down. Okay, give me a second again. All right, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the connections here. So we got SD card board. It's on a separate board with this cable. Okay, connects there. Keyboard backlight connector, keyboard connector, trackpad connector or touchpad connector, whatever you want to call it. Looks like this can be removed. There's a bunch of screws, but I'm not going to remove it. All right, 2 slots for RAM. We're going to take one out just so you can see. Pull the 2 tabs to the side. We got a Samsung 4 gig PC4 2400T. You should be okay with any PC4 2400T. Alright. Then you got the LCD LVDS connector here. If you mess with this, make sure after disconnecting the battery, open up the computer, press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. Alright, you got this connector, which is a speaker connector. The speaker's right there. And then I'm pretty sure cable runs along underneath to this speaker here. Fan is here. Looks like 3 screws holding it. One connector right there. And you can probably remove the fan after removing it, but I'm not going to mess with it. One connector here for this board for the 2 USB ports. Alright. And I think that's pretty much all for now. Oh, the wireless card, obviously, right there. There's a long model number there, so I'll just hold it. You can pause and try and read that if you really need it. Okay. Then you got the DC jack charge port connector going along here, scrolling around underneath the hinge and over to there. Anyways, that's it for now. We're going to put this thing back together, and yeah, should be good to go. Give me another second here. All right, so let's put the battery back in. Very simple. Just get it lined up here, right? Usually I start with the bottom, then line up the pins and push it down right there, okay? Get all the screws back in. All right, the 4 screws. Everything else is good. Oh, I forgot to mention, I just noticed here, there is an M.2 PCIe NVMe slot right here. So if you wanted to put one of those, then you can do that as well. At least I think it's PCIe NVMe. Problem is, I didn't clone to that, so if I had to do that, customer's kind of waiting. It'll take a bit longer, and also those cost a little bit more. So we'll stick with this because we kind of kept the price down here. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the bottom cover. Pretty simple to get this back on. Just line it back up, and then we should be able to just clip everything back in. It's much easier to clip these things in than to pull the clips out. So. And it helps to kind of push it inwards towards the center as you're clipping it down, because that's the way the clips are like going this. So when you push it in, it makes the clip go back. Okay. And there we go. Make sure the middle clips are in as well. There's like several clips along if you looked at it earlier. And yeah, let's just get all the screws back in now. Oops. What just happened here? Okay. Sorry, my phone just went off for some reason, my other phone. Okay. Alright. Last few screws, and then we'll just power it on. Oh, also, the battery, the main battery, acts as the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery. So if you're wondering, when you first turn it on, it's going to take a while because the BIOS was reset, and it's going to load back up. Anyways, we're going to switch back now to the JIS0, put the 3 screws here in, and we should just be about done here. Let's get these last screws in. All right. All right, let's flip this over, get the dust off, and power it up. And it's powering on. Again, it's going to take a while. Give me a second. You can see it's taking a while to boot up. Screen's just staying black. Give it a little more time. Hopefully the RAM was seated back properly, because sometimes, okay, I see it flashing, so it should be going. Sometimes that can be the issue, so. Just saw it flash, so let's see. It's still, it's flashing on and off still. Come on, finish booting up. I might have to check the RAM if it's gonna stay like this. Oh, okay, I think it's going. There you go. And then you just press enter. These computers like to scare you with that. I don't know why. All right. And there you go. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Again, every little bit helps. Oh, I can show this. And makes it so I can continue making these videos for a living. Alright, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.